My first taste of what we used to call Klan Leandro was back in 1986 when I started performing comedy. It was what we used to call it because we knew that once you crossed the Oakland border and you were driving, your hands had to be on 10 and 2. You made sure that you didn't have any warrants, made sure that your registration was correct, made sure that you had insurance. It was just something that we heard from, some of the brothers in the neighborhood, because they was like, man, I was driving through Klan Leandro and I got followed 5 blocks, and you would just hear all of these stories about that. You would also hear that back in the day, and I don't know if it was a rumor or not, that they had the Ku Klux Klan in San Leandro, and we knew that San Leandro was like a vast majority of white folks. So we used to just call it Klan Leandro because it just fit. There was a comedy club out here called Tommy T's before it moved to Pleasanton. So I performed at Tommy T's several times. So that was my first taste of coming to San Leandro. My wife and I, when we first got married, we were talking about moving to the East Bay. And my thing was, when you move to the East Bay from the city, you move to the town, which is Oakland. She didn't want to move to Oakland. She wanted to move to San Leandro. And I'd asked her, why do you want to move to San Leandro? It's because my mother was already living out here. And I gave my wife the notion that where her and my mother are really close. So she wanted to move to San Leandro. And I was just like, okay, whatever you want, why not? Let's go, no biggie. But we was on the East 14th side, 164th, and it was quiet. I felt it was quiet. The building that we moved in was super quiet. Like there was no noise whatsoever. I mean, even in the daytime, it could be a Saturday, and you would hear nothing. Until 3 weeks later, I had a little birthday party or a gathering, and my friends from the city came over. And we were walking to the store, and right when they got me outside, we had this thing that whoever's birthday we just give them the business, right? That's just how we did it. And the store was probably about 3 blocks away. Before we got to the store, before we even crossed the street to go to the store, about 4 to 5 police cars pulled up. It was the sheriff's department, a combination of the sheriff's department and the highway patrol. And we was like, what part of the gang is this, And we was asking one of the officers as we were on the car, we was like, man, what's going on? And they said, well, somebody called in and said there was a gang fight. We was like, no, it was my partner's, it's my birthday. You know what I mean? They just, gave me the business when we was outside, that was it. And then they kind of, shrugged it off and then left. And we was like, man, what did I just move to?